Good morning, OTT Sports Network. Welcome to Lafayette, Colorado, where your Arvada Pee-wee are up here for the weekend, a long weekend, MLK down here. Get to set to take part in the Finney Memorial Tournament up in Steamboat. I was going to say the Locomotive's home rink at the YMCA. Steam engine locomotive. Come on, Harry, get your lips moving, get your mind working. It's hockey time right here in Colorado. Welcome back, everybody that is tuning in, will be tuning in, and has tuned in the past. We're in a little bit of a cold barn, but we're up in the crow's nest here. Katie and I have found a little secret passage, jumped over a railing, hopped up top here. Might be a little hard to see the far end. We're do our best. We got a game again tonight, another one tomorrow. We're gonna find the right angles, the right way to work this here for you. All the way up, see secret door, we can get out, but we can't get back in. Welcome to everybody here. We are in Lafayette, Colorado. That's about 30 minutes north of Arvada, or 18 minutes if you drive with Katie. Very true. Your team is down there. We're only missing Lexi here. She's still working on that knee, rehabbing that, so she's gonna be all set to join us again in Michigan next week. A little bit of a warm-up tournament here, 4 teams participating. We're playing Summit today, which I'm guessing is just a Summit County team made up of Silverthorne, Breckenridge, all that area of players. Also the Locomotive, who we have yet to been able to figure a way to beat that Lafayette team this year. I think we'll have an opportunity to do that tomorrow though. And we're back on the ice tonight at 6 o'clock taking on Rampage. Not sure which Rampage team that is. They've got 3 of them. We will find out when we get here tonight. But the teams are set. I know nothing about this Summit team whatsoever, other than the fact that their jerseys are blue. And we had blacks on, so now we're wearing black socks and white jerseys. Actually not too horrible of a look. It kind of blends with their pants. I mean, I'm not a fashion guy, but I'm not a lot of things. Oh, they don't need anybody manning their penalty box. They're assuming they're not getting any penalties. Ref is just saying, or now the coach is calling them over.
Coach is going to his crowd saying, hey guys, does anyone want to come?
We got Coach Jake, Coach John on the bench here today for Arvada. Coach Dick is up in Fort Collins with his midget team. Best of luck to them. I'm believing he's probably tuning in here, whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube. You're following us at www.ottsportsnetwork.com. Helen Parker is tuning in. Welcome, Helen. Just set and drop the puck here. Arvada taking on Summit in the first game of this Finney Memorial Tournament in Lafayette, Colorado. Kai comes around, gets a shot off, puts that one right into the goalie. It's kicked into the corner, and Summit goes around the far side. Summit walking up, Cohen steps into the player, gets a stick on it from his knees, banging against the boards. They sneak that one through. Kai backhands it back over to Cohen. Cohen sneaks through the defense, gets a shot on, kicked up off the back of the boards. Summit coming in right below the press box, dancing across the blue line, coming across center, walking in with some speed, trips over his own feet, and Owen backhands that one over into the corner. Picked up by Colin, muscling his way up the far boards, trying to get it up to Kai. Kai can't get a handle of that. He was tangled up with the defender. Now he swings back around, and Summit breaks it back out. Coming in 3-on-2, gaining the Arvada zone, walks in, takes a shot. Wynn makes a big save, dropping that one right down in his feet, and Jackson takes it into the corner. Line change being made up, and Anderson's at the blue line. Anderson doesn't step across the red before he knocks that down. And with 12:59 left to go in the clock here in the first period, it's 0-0 and an icing call against Arvada. Where did I put my iced tea? Face off deep in Arvada's zone. One back by Evan over into the corner to Milo. Kicked out by Anderson, trying to find a streak in Ethan. Turn and tip back up. Milo picks that up at his blue line. He's out there with Bo, trying to find it up towards Ethan, picked up by Anderson. Back over to Bo, who tips that in, but not across the blue line. Back at center ice, Milo just chips that one into the corner. Ethan's back, fakes him out one way, goes back into the corner. Ethan centering pass, couldn't reach it, was Evan stretching out for that one in front. Back out to the point to Milo. Milo keeps that one in. Fighting for it is Anderson. Back out, skips through the skates of Milo. Milo tips that one back in, but it's going to be offside. They're going to take that one down intentional to the far dot. Oh, they're going to keep it on this side. Fun fact about this arena I learned pregame the neutral zone is 10 feet smaller than the average ice rink, so a lot less time. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. It is definitely a narrow neutral zone. We still got the big offensive and defensive zones, but not a lot of room there to skate through center ice. Alex out there now with Nick and Calder. Summit takes it out of their own end, breaking across center ice, back onto the tape of Milky. Spins that one back off the boards, picked up by Summit. Calder couldn't muscle way through that one. Nick picks it up, and now they're coming out of their own zone, coming across that skinny neutral zone, back over to Calder on the far side. Calder trying to center that over to Nick, puts it behind him, and over to the side where Alex chasing it out. Picked up by Jackson, banged back up to the red line, spun back around, and into Arvada's territory where Jax comes and chases him into the corner. Summit maintaining the puck pressure here, just skating around, going for a walk, doing some dancing and dangling. They're going to keep an eye on that number 55. It seems like he's got some control of the puck, but not enough as Cohen turns it around now, coming in. Can't come through three guys as half of his line makes a change and the other half goes now. Milo in behind Wynn, flipped up there, and Owen picks it up. Owen gets it to Kai at the blue line. Kai and Cohen come around. Kai comes through. Kai gets stood up and hammered at the blue line, but no call on that play. Dump back in. Colin gets onside, and Summit comes in front of their own net, circling back into the corner. Colin and Cohen on top of them, back out to the point, and tripped up on his own feet is Milo, but Owen comes over and breaks that play up. Over to the front, Kai just NWBs that to the blue line, and Summit keeps it in on the far side. Back out hard to the blue line, but still not out. Kept in by Summit as they dance across, being pressured to dump it into the corner, ringing it around the boards to the far side with a waiting winger. There's a tongue twister for you on a Saturday morning. A waiting winger. Actually, it's not that bad. I'm just mouthful of marbles. Getting all set here. We're up in Lafayette. First game of this tournament. 3 games for sure. Fourth one on Monday. We just don't know what time it's going to be at until we see the results of these first 3. Icing is the call. Skating it all the way back down into the Arvada zone with 10:06. It's 0-0 Lafayette and Arvada. Rob Anderson tuning in. Welcome to the broadcast this morning, Rob. OTT's happy to have you. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday morning, wherever it may be, as Anderson tips that one up over the glass. Uh-oh, we're getting Wi-Fi issues.
Our team, I'll bring it up, they're telling us this.
OTT must be Wi-Fi issues because it keeps buffering. Or maybe you're just in the middle of the Arctic Circle and you don't get good service. No, it's probably us in here. We're connected to the YMCI Wi-Fi, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, we are, but it must be,
We can try go to my hotspot if we need to.
I think we need to start a connection to
Get our own Wi-Fi signal here. Oh, play is continuing on. Arvada's pressuring deep in here. Behind the net is Anderson out there with Ethan and Evan now chasing it over on the far side as they get it out, but into Milky. Milky bangs it off the boards, doesn't get it through the player. Ethan comes back, picks that one up, backhands it to Evan. They don't get it all the way out, and Summit walks into the high slot. Going to be a penalty against Arvada here for a hook. Is it Arvada? Yeah, it's going to be Bo for hooking. Bo for hooking at 9:15 in the first period. Arvada is going on the penalty kill. Summit pressuring hard into their end. We apologize if there's any Wi-Fi issues. We are doing our best. Hopefully it can come around. Taking up a collection to get our own Wi-Fi. The OTT satellite has been in orbit. We just haven't been able to connect to it. Flipped off the back of Nick, but then picked up by Evan. Evan over to Nick. Alex and Nick out there on this penalty kill. Summit across the red line, coming back into Arvada zone. Checks up at the blue line, getting set up on the power play. Shoots that one towards the front, just about stick down. Milo got a piece of that, kicking it into the corner. Another shot towards the front of the net. That one bounces through the crease and over to Alex on the corner. Back over to Jax. Jax to Alex, trying to get this puck out as we're still on the power play here for another minute if you're on the Summit side of the ice. Jax hard off the boards. That one goes up high. That's going to be an icing, comes all the way down, but it ticks off another 6 seconds on the clock with 54 left to go in the penalty and 8:39 here in the first period. Arvada and Lafayette, first game of this tournament, the OTT Sports Network. Harry Haviland on the mic with you this Saturday morning. Beautiful day. We're going to have a nice sunny afternoon where we all got to go home and take down our Christmas lights off the outside of the house before HOA finds us. And then back here at 6 o'clock tonight to take on Rampage. Evan at the dot, back over, or Alex at the dot. I keep, get my head straight. Alex out there. Tip down on the far side by Calder. Over to Owen as Owen's walking it out of his own zone, tries to stick handle through. Gets it in, tips it just into the top of the zone. Getting a stick on that was Calder, picked back up by Summit in their own end. Winding back around, good pressure here. Killing this penalty off is Arvada, but now coming back the other way, 4-on-2. Into the corner, Milky giving it chase. Milky does a good job spinning that one around, banging it back up to Alex. Couldn't handle that one, but neither could the Summit player. Alex trying to lift that stick to get off to his skate, couldn't quite do it, and to get it over across D to D, back up off the boards and clear the zone. 3 seconds left, and Bo's gonna step out of the box, backhand across the Summit at the top of the zone. Bo's out, and Cohen steps out for him. Into the Arvada corner. Cohen circles that one all the way around. They're going to come in, hold it into the blue line, stepping up into it was Colin. Back into the corner for Owen. Owen high up off the glass, bouncing towards the point. Tip passes Colin. Colin's getting chased down fast there. Colin comes in, dangled at the blue line a little bit too much there. Trying to walk the line, he didn't come across. Kai was offside. We're going to step this one back outside the blue line. 5-on-5 hockey in Lafayette. 7:18 left to go in the first period. Cohen, Kai, and Colin out there with Milo and Jax. One forward, and Cohen's trying to tip that out. Tip that in, it gets banged out by Summit. Back at center ice. Circling around, Jackson steps his body in front of that. Excellent work by Jackson. As he picks up his own steal, comes in across the blue line, tries to make that pass across to Cohen. It's in front. Jax chases it down, takes a man out as he goes diving in. Puck comes loose into the corner. Picked up by Jax at the top of the circle. He's trying to stick handle. Kai back at the dot. High circle back into the corner. Cohen in the corner, can't go around. Backhands it towards the front. Colin gets a stick on it. They're saying it's not in. Oh, it's right on the line. It is not in. Goalie hangs onto that one as Colin was looking to bury his first tally of the game. Coming off a 4-goal game last weekend. He's got the itch and he wants to keep scratching it. Summit on the far side in their own zone. Colin gets a blade on that. Kai comes over, couldn't keep it in. Over to Milo. Milo with the backhand. Tips that in. No icing as it went through a few players. In behind the Summit net. Kai races it down, angles his player off. They spin it back around the other side for Colin to chase it down. Colin gets in front of them. They spin it back out to center ice, picked up by Milo. Milo up to Kai, just a little bit too much sauce on the puck. Kai tips it down, picked up by Summit and out of their own zone. Summit coming all the way back in, over to Anderson. Kai's gonna circle around at his own blue line with this. Kai still has it, now going down the far right wing. Comes in, dumps that one in deep as he's gonna peel off for a change. Coming in is Anderson. Fresh legs out there, he's with Evan. And Arvada's gonna get another penalty here. 2 minutes for cross-checking, it's gonna be Anderson. I saw that one when it happened. It was a pretty blatant cross-check. Not that it was hard, but it was the motion. It was what needed to be done. Another penalty here for Arvada with 5:48 left to go in the first period. Penalty kill team comes out. That's Evan and Ethan out there with Bo and Milky on D. Wynn standing tall in the net as he's seeing this one get dropped over his right shoulder. Back out to the point by Summit, and Summit turns, just fires that one in. Wynn flashes that quick pad, kicking it off to the side, back out to the point. Backhanded in, picked up by Summit at the circle. Coming around, Summit picks that back up. Milky now shoots that out, doesn't get it all the way out of the zone until it gets it over there, and Ethan's trying to go up across the boards. Back over to Milky, they're just killing time off this. They're saying that's tip, chasing this down. Ethan's got the puck as he comes in on the penalty kill, wrapping around and tries to put that one under the crossbar. Just misses. Evan back out to the point to Milky. Milky just kicks that back into Evan. They're playing pass on the penalty kill here in the offensive zone. Milky holds that one in, dumps it all the way back in. Ethan chasing it down into the corner. Lifts the stick of the defending Summit player who circles back at his own line and breaks it out up the middle ice. They're coming in 4-on-2. Walking through, goes around. Bo goes for the body, gets knocked down, but the puck goes in to win. He's hanging on to that one. There's 4:48 left to go here in the first period. Penalty still on the board, number 52. Not sure who that is. I'm going to just call it number 2 because I think Anderson's in there. 30 seconds left to go on the penalty kill for Arvada. Alex pushes that one forward, gets it to the line, but not all the way out. Summit turns back out in front, picked up by Calder. Calder's coming to the top of his circle, tries to get it to Alex. That one's tipped in behind him, dumping it deep into the Summit zone, right down below us. Trying to center that one, gets it through over to Calder. Calder turns, fires, loose puck still in front. Alex couldn't find it, gets kicked off to the side. Excellent penalty kill offense there for this squad as the penalty is going to expire in 2 seconds. Into the side, Wynn gloves that one down, does that little flick of the wrist thing again. And hangs on to it. Back to 5-on-5 hockey action. 4:17 left to go here at the YMCA in Lafayette, Colorado, where Arvada and Summit are still skating to a 0-0 draw. Nick gets this one back out as he's circling around to the blue line. Picked up by Summit. Nick doesn't give up on that play, still kicking it back into the Summit zone. Evan comes around trying to get a stick on it. Nick on the back check, breaking that play up. Hammered up the boards by Milo, over to Evan. Or Alex. Alex and Evan have confused 18 and 19 today for some reason. Get with it, Harry. You guys are all yelling at me from across the globe. We got Saskatchewan tuning in today. I know we got people in Mexico that are watching today. Welcome, welcome. Florida's always there. Mancuso's great to see you. Plays going on in this skinny neutral zone. Summit comes out with it, swinging at it, but couldn't get it. It was Kai, and then Summit controls, backhands that one in, goes wide of the net. Picked up by Owen. Owen hard off the boards. Kai steps over it for some reason, and Summit picks it up into their own end. Going down the far side, over to Jackson at the blue line. Jackson spins, backhands that one over to Colin. Colin goes cross ice all the way over to Kai. Kai dances around, he's wide open in front. Takes a shot and misses the net high and wide. Had a wide open chance and just couldn't find the top corner, but Cohen's still in there. Cohen fighting for it. Colin comes in, they take it back out across center ice. Coming in 3-on-2, walk in, take the shot. Blocked in front by Jackson into the corner. Bo chased that one down, now it's in behind the net. Jackson's gonna go chase it. Pushes his player down, that one goes over to Colin. Colin with the backhand, centering out to the front. Jack steps into that one, blocking an attempted shot into the corner. Now Colin one more time, up the boards, finds Kai. Kai's racing in, he's got Cohen at center, just can't get it over to him. Backhand over to Cohen in front, picked up by Summit. Summit coming around the other way, 3-on-3 now, walk in, take the shot. Wynn saw that one all the way, he's gonna hang on to it. Whistle it down for a change, 2:34 left to go here, first period. Still 0-0 with attempts on both sides of the ice. Something's bound to go in sooner or later. I'm just hoping it's gonna be against the goalie in blue. Play continues here deep in the Arvada zone. In behind the net, Ethan going to pick this one up. Ethan's got nobody up the board, so he shovels it up there. It's picked up by Mountain at the point, tipped in front and goes wide. Bo hammers it up, trying to look for Anderson. That one skips past Summit, the icing is waved off. So chasing this down is Ethan. Ethan into the side, back over to Anderson. Anderson's in front, still stick handling. Anderson's got control, back over to Ethan. Ethan in front, loose puck. Trying to bang that home was Evan. Couldn't quite get it, they're gonna have another shot as Jax keeps this into the point. Went into the corner lightly, picked up by Summit. Now they're coming the other way, 3-on-2 with Ethan on the back check. Milky into the corner. Milky circles back around. They saw that one coming. Summit stays on top of him. Over to Ethan. Ethan off the boards, looking for Alex. Alex has got some time as they're completing a line change, but Alex is walking in, coming in through the high slot, passes that one over. Calder gets it, Calder towards the front of the net, still has it. Back to Alex, chasing that one down was Nick. He was on the trail but couldn't get in. Someone turns it around quickly. Alex gets back on him, they take the shot. Wynn puts it under his mitt, hangs on to that one for a face-off in the Arvada zone with 1:21 left to go here in the first period. Still tied up at zeros. Lafayette, Colorado, OTT Sports Network, and Harry Haviland. What a beautiful Saturday. One over by Summit. Dumped into the corner for Milky to go look for. Milky off the boards. Up towards Calder. Calder looking for Nick. Alex comes across the blue line. Dump back over Calder. Nick gets run over. They clear this zone. Calder turns back around, flips that back in. That should have been offside, but it's turned back around. Milo just gains his zone and hammers that one in after he steps across the blue line. Nick chases that one in. Bodies are coming together here. It's turning into a little bit of a physical game as they haven't been able to solve each other on the score clock yet. Coming in, takes the shot. Oh, that one just whistled up over the corner. Kept in by Summit, into the side by Milo. Milo swings. Oh, Milky with the long blade getting in on top of that one. Alex just dumps that, clears the zone. 27 seconds left to go here in the first period. They stay on side, and now Milky's going back in. That one comes off the back of the net behind Wynn. Picked up by Milo and banked off the boards looking for Ethan. Racing down to it is Nick, right down below us. Nick controls that one into the corner, gets pushed off into the boards, but the puck is still loose. Dumped back into this corner, 6 seconds left. Arvada looking for a shot. Summit's gonna... 88 blue, all right, 3 seconds left to go. One more attempt here to power play face-off for Arvada. But then we're gonna whistle our way into the first intermission, and Arvada's probably gonna start the second period on the power play. Less they can do while you've got Cohen and Cullen out here. We've seen this happen before. You know what they're gonna try to do. Cohen couldn't get it back to him, gets it back to Bo. Bo dangles across the top of this zone. Buzzer sounds, ending the first period here, 0-0. Arvada and Summit in this first game of the Memorial Tournament in Lafayette, Colorado. Some good things and some wake-up things had to be talked about here at the bench, I'm saying. They're skating the puck, they're getting the shots off. A couple of bouncing pucks and some battles into the corners where I don't even want to say we're not winning the one-on-one battles. We're not winning the 2-on-1, 3-on-1. We're letting them come in, outman us on a couple of those loose pucks. So coaches are over there chatting with them about that.
Hope our internet's better.
We do hope the internet's better. If you're trying to listen to this, and shoot me a text or put us a note up.
Throw us a comment.
Kim and Tom tuning in now. If you can hear us, if you can't, give us a little note. We're doing our best here.
Yeah, there must be a Wi-Fi. We should. I'm gonna put up the fundraising link again.
A fundraising link for our Wi-Fi?
Yeah, like we could.
Or come by the YMCA parking lot after. I'll be outside strumming my guitar with my hat down in front. Throw some loose change in there, you know.
We're not saying, we're just saying.
We've done some fundraising here. Oh, actually, we've got our football Super Bowl squares it is now open. So any one of you just reach out to your player, your connection. Reach out to Harry Haviland. We'll get you guys hooked up here. You can hit the OTT Sports Network up, or just straight up email me, harryhavilandott@gmail.com. We'll get all of that stuff, get you going, get you lined up there. $20 a square, big money on the line, and a lot of support as we are going to Michigan next week for the International Silver Sticks Tournament. Flying up there, we got a private jet sponsored by the OTT, but after that, we're looking for how we're going to pay for all those penthouse suites that are on the lakefront there, and it's a team bus. The team bus is beautiful. I love the hot tub. The hot tub's the best part about it. Here we are, second period underway. Cullen comes in, rips one, and gets deflected into the corner. Behind the net, Cohen trying to hammer it towards the front. Going up the far side, pick that one up. Kai breaks the pass up, but they still get it over. It jumps over Bo's stick, and now racing down. Summit has the wheels. No icing on this one as Bo touched it. Bo chases the player into the corner. Swung back around by Colin. Bo still pressuring right down below the press box. Cohen over to help out. Bo goes up against the boards. Number 16 here, she's been mutilating the Arvada defense here for the last 10 seconds. Kai flips that one, but it goes into the bench. That's going to come deep back into Arvada's zone for a face-off. Arvada on the power play here for another 48 seconds starting this period. Changing the lineup, second power play unit coming out. Evan, Anderson, and Ethan. We've got Bo and Owen staying out on D. Kick back around, one over to Ethan. Ethan's got Anderson up ahead. Anderson breaks this one out across the blue line, bounces over his stick, picked up by Summit. Summit into the corner, chased down by Bo. He's got a little bit of a time, telling him to get that one over. Anderson up to Evan. Evan's coming out of his own zone. Puts it up off the boards to a racing Ethan, just a little bit too in front of him. Evan comes back, picks that up in the corner. Evan towards the front of the net, finds Ethan. Ethan takes the shot. Blocked down by the goaltender and kicked into the corner. Over to the far side, Anderson. Anderson flips that one back behind the net. Evan chases it into the corner. Uses the body position to get in front of it. Gets muscled away from the puck and kicked into the behind the net. Over for Anderson. Anderson circles him behind. Flips that towards the front. Ethan couldn't get a good hand on it. Bo takes the shot. Puck still loose, wide open in front. Ethan towards the front. The goalie's going to dive on that one before Anderson or Evan could come over. Keep your cool. Don't need any penalties right now. Let's get some goals on this scoreboard right now before we get any more penalties up there. That will be attempted here next by Alex, Calder, and Nick. Alex at the face-off dot. They've got Jax and Milo out on D. Milo can't hold that one in. Forced to circle around on the dot. Dumps that in, but Alex wasn't onside in time. Another whistle outside with 12:24 here. Second period action on the OTT Sports Network coming at you from Lafayette, Colorado. Did I do something?
You must have, she thought you were chatting.
Oh, my watch keeps thinking I'm talking to her. My watch is a girl, must be. It's an Alexa or a Siri or something, right? That's a girl's, or I'm not allowed to say what a girl's name and a boy's name is anymore. I'm sorry.
You don't know anymore.
I'm not allowed to, what my watch identifies that is none of your guys' business. Back to the action, Milo back around, tries to hammer that bouncing puck. Towards the front, skips through, shot blocker down by Wynn. Picked up by Nick. Nick's got some speed coming out of his zone, wraps around one. He's got Jackson with him. Jax comes across, goes through, dangles, drops it over to Alex. Alex to Nick. Nick with the shot into the pads of the goalie and hung on to. Good passing all the way up the ice by those players. Make it all the way in, get the shot. Just can't bury one past the flopping Tendy. Cohen back at the dot with Colin and Kai. Owen and Milky. Big boys out on defense. A big body fires it in. Kai tips it in and gets the goal. Rips the monkey off his back and gets the go-ahead goal here for Arvada. 1-0 with 11:46 left to go in the second period. Great shot there by Owen. Deflection fools the goalie. And Arvada takes the lead. Turn back, held in there by Summit in Arvada's zone. They flick it into the corner, pick it up on the near boards. Over to Colin, back out to the point. They rip a shot right into the belly of Wynn, and he's going to hang on to that one. Face off right down below us through the figure skating bar. One back by Summit, but picked up by Kai. Kai's racing out across his own blue line. Coming in, going to take this one wide. Goes around with some power, gets hooked up. Still hangs on to that one, kicks it back up to his blade, but then loses the handle on it as it's picked up by Summit behind their own end. Cohen goes hard into the boards trying to break that one up. Milky stops the play with his big body. Back over to Kai. Kai and Cohen coming the other way, 2-on-2. Cohen into the skates of Kai, or Kai into the skates of Cohen. Cohen couldn't find it, but still has it in front of his own bench. Colin gets back. Oh, he was close. That was close, but Kai's just offside as Colin was trying to come back in with that one. Evan steps off the bench and he's going to be sandwiched at the dot between Anderson and Ethan. On the point is Bo and Milo. Evan kicking that one up. His winger's already left the post. And that one gets dumped hard down. They're going to wave icing off. 10:51 left to go here in the second period as Milo picks it up behind his own net. Milo trying to get this one around to Bo. Bo flipping it up the corner to Anderson. Anderson to Evan. Evan goes around. He's gaining some speed. Trying to push this one up. Muscles his way through the boards into Summit territory. Kick back over to Evan. Evan and Anderson. Anderson circling out of the corner with it. Anderson decides to go back over to Evan. Evan back out to the point to Bo. Bo has it on his backhand. Just flips that into the boards. And Ethan gets it. Ethan in behind. Oh, Anderson looking for Evan. And Evan gets run over, and there is going to be a penalty for that. That's a deserved penalty right there. They like to hit, but it's still not a legal part of the game here in Pee Wee hockey. Arvada power play opportunity here in the second period with Alex, Nick, and Calder getting the call. Bo and Milo sticking it out on D with his face-off deep into Summit territory. Held on there by Alex. Alex pushes it over to Nick. Nick gets the shot off. Nick looking for his own rebound, bounces over his stick. Just firing that one towards the front of the net, blocked by Summit. Summit being pushed off the boards by Alex. Alex spins that one around. Alex trying to get it over to Calder. It comes back out to Milo. Milo's waiting for his team to get onside. Goes over to Bo. Bo dumps that one in. It gets up, and it gets picked up. Shot by Nick. Gets ripped up high and wide. Calder into the corner. Centering pass picked off by Summit in behind their net. Alex trying to break that up. Arvada power play down to a minute left as Summit comes out across neutral ice. Summit comes into Arvada zone. Just dumps that one into the corner. Killing time off this clock as they're going to peel their power play unit, or the penalty kill unit off. Alex at center ice trips over the red line as he had the puck. Gets it back over to Nick. Nick across the blue line has a little bit of room to walk in. Nick gets the shot off as his stick was being held up there by the defending back checker. He gets it towards the net, not with everything he wanted on it though. And it remains a 1-0 game. 36 seconds left to go in this power play for our Arvada. And 9:20 left to go in the second period. Going back over off the draw, Kai dangling, passing that one up, looking for Colin. Summit dangles across their own blue line, walks in, stick handling. There's that number 55 we talked about. They get it over to the top of the circle. Wind blockers that one down, and Colin gets his blade on it. Colin trying to go all the way across, gets it deflected up, and now Cohen's racing into the corner. Cohen with the turning pass in front, and Summit's there before Kai. Jackson at the blue line gets held up, and now they're coming back shorthanded 2-on-1. Goes around Owen, but then loses the handle on the puck. Back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Summit player steps out of the bench. Back over to Colin. Colin and Kai coming up across with Cohen. Coming in 3-on-2. Colin takes this one wide. Gets shoved off the puck. Cohen's in there behind helping him out. It's Kai with the wraparound attempt. Blocked down, and a hand pass by Summit is going to whistle that one down for another face-off in the Summit zone as Arvada changes up, bringing Evan Anderson and Ethan back out onto the ice. 8:22, 1-0 Arvada over Summit in the first game of this Memorial Tournament in Lafayette, Colorado. The OTT Sports Network is the only place you're going to find all the action all weekend long. Evan talking to Owen about this one, trying to flip it back to him. One back by Summit into their zone, knocked down by Ethan. Ethan with the shot that rips through the crease. Jackson skating up to keep that one in, banks it off the boards over to Anderson. Anderson loses it in his skate, spins back around into the corner. Evan steps into that as Summit continues to walk through. Number 55 pushing his way through. Back check there by Anderson, hauling him down. Anderson's going to get a hooking call as number 55 flops down to the ice and laughs about it on his way out. Little bit of a weak call, but it was a hook. It was there, but I don't think that big boy goes down that easy with Anderson's stick. Evan and Ethan out there sticking around for the penalty kill. Back over to Milky, who kicks that around the far boards, held in at the point by Summit. They dance around at the blue line. Go D to D, holding this one in, taking the shot from the top, blocked in front by Milky. There goes number 55, rolling around looking for another penalty. They kick that in. That was completely offside. That was as far offside as you could possibly get. Somebody drove a train between the puck and the blue line there. The player's going down.
Now we're going to get another penalty. Did Evan punch him in the head?
Evan got... Ooh, some controversy going on here. No, he's giving them a bench minor too. I didn't exactly see what happened in that whole play right there. I don't think the coach is happy about something. This is bringing back remnants of when we were playing. Remember the Mountain Select team that came in and they had that star player that was running around flopping all over, and then the coach got really mad about it? I wonder if there's any relation between. I don't know if it's the same or not, but it's very. They had that one good player that was running around and everybody and then flopping on the ice, and then all of a sudden went down. The coach lost it and got kicked out. I'm not saying it's the same, but it could be. I don't know the difference between Mountain Select and Summit and all those teams that come out of the mountains. We'll see. The refs are getting this all sorted out. There is more red up on the board than I know how to decipher. Looks like we've got Anderson in the box for another minute. Evan's going to be in there for a minute 30. Number 10 from Summit's got a minute 30. And another player from Summit just stepped into the box. So they've got another 2 minutes. They're going to probably change that to a minute 30, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think well, I don't know.
Or maybe it's 2 minutes. They're a 2 minute major?
No, I don't know.
I'm guessing that one's for a bench minor. 2 and 10? Nobody's been kicked out. They're sorting this out. We're trying to figure it out here. We don't get all of the live feed to us.
So we don't know what's going on.
But Arvada does only have 3 skaters on the ice, which 4 on 4. Ref just said 4 on 4. We can hear that from up here. That'll bring Nick off the bench for Arvada. He's out there with Alex, Milo, and Milky. 7:25 left to go. It looks like it's gonna be 2 and 10 because they took that other off the box, but off the clock. But they've got there it is, minute 30. All right, and it's coming all the way down into the far end. All right, coming down into Summit's end for a face-off. 7:25 left to go here, second period. They've got it sorted out down there. I don't have it sorted out in my head. We'll call it as we see it. It's 4 on 4 hockey action. Arvada leading 1-0 against Summit. Alex at the face-off draw. That one gets won back by Summit as they circle behind their goalie. Going around hard. Great job there by Nick to turn that one back around. Held in at the point. Milky still has it. Milky steps in, takes a shot, rips that one. It's gloved down by the Summit goalie, hanging on to it for another whistle and a face-off deep in their end. Alex one more time at the dot. Gets this over. Nick takes a quick shot. That's blocked. Alex with it again. He puts it under the pad and over into the corner. Milo decides to check up on that one. Hammers it back into the zone. Alex couldn't control it, and it comes back the other way. Back over to Milo. Milo up towards Anderson. Deep into Summit territory. Summit's in behind me and chased down by Alex. Nick's on the other side, pressuring in. They drop that pass. It goes over to Alex. Alex still in. Has it in front, looking to get it in front, backhands it in front. Nick goes down trying to get to that puck. Back over to Alex. Alex deking back and forth behind the net, loses the puck, and it's passed up by, none other than 55, who was just on the ground rolling around crying. He was in so much pain. Comes in, takes a shot. Wynn does a good job of blockering that one down. Milo on the far boards kicks it out. They're going to call this one icing. The ref waves it off on the far end. One of the Arvada players steps out of the box. Now it's 5 on 4 for Arvada. They're on the power play. as Summit comes across the blue line. Summit walks in, checks up, takes that shot. Wynn's gonna glove that, hang on to it. Keeping this a 1-0 game, 6:08 left to go. 14 seconds left in 3 more penalties. One of those players will come out, it'll be 5-on-5. The next 2 are probably gonna have to wait as those coincidentals will be whistled down. It's a buffering for me too.
Sorry, guys.
It's buffering. I just dropped my mic.
Sorry, guys.
It's buffering on the live, but
We got
if you stick around after it's posted, if you want to watch the whole thing, it won't probably buffer once the video is finalized. We're gonna have to figure something out. Maybe there's another spot in this rink, or we can try we'll try a hot spot or something. We got 3 more games, so. In front, Colin trying to shoot that when it gets deflected high. Cohen goes into the boards, gets run over there again. Cohen's been taking some abuse on this one. Jax flips it back over. Couldn't get it up to Colin. Turned back around by Jax. Excellent job by Jackson. He's been playing on fire here for the last couple of weeks. Kai up the far boards. He's got Cohen with him. Colin on the back. Kai dangles around. Comes in. Backhand. Rebound. Oh, Colin's trying to bury that rebound. Couldn't quite get it in. Gets shoveled off to the side. Bo holds that one in. Gets tipped down by Mountain. Now I'm calling him Mountain. Summit. The team from up there. Up the hill. West on 70. Kai and Colin trying to get this one out. Kai flips it up over to Cohen. Cohen's coming in across the blue line. Cohen's got Colin going towards. Cohen loses that puck and then gets hammered down for it. Just getting run over out there, and the refs are not giving him the benefit of the doubt whatsoever. Summit into the corner. They swing that one back up around the boards. Now they're turning it back around the other way, 2-on-2 against Jackson. Bo steps in front of the player. Now he's going to get a penalty for it as Jackson touches up on that one. Bo's got to know that he can't just run over a player from behind. But Arvada's going to take another penalty here. 4:35 left to go here in the second period. They're leading by 1 up here in Lafayette, the first game of this tournament. OTT Sports Network bringing it to you.
Oh, look at that. Damn it.
Hope they win. Still buffering. Only getting 3 seconds at a time.
Sorry, guys.
And then a minute to buffer. We'll try better here this afternoon. Like I said, if you can hear us, the one way to do it is not watch it. Don't watch it live.
Gotta
Just
go back.
come
Yeah,
back.
we gotta
Come back in an hour and watch it when the game's all done, and it should all be set on there.
We'll locate the Wi-Fi. We gotta get close to the router. Where's the router?
Yeah, we'll move. We'll move for the next games here.
Or we'll go buy a wireless hotspot.
We can do that too.
1 gig, it's all we need.
Arvada on the penalty kill here with Bo sitting in the box. Milky rings this one around looking for Ethan. Ethan gets it out. Summit gets back on side, but kick back over to Anderson. Anderson up to Ethan. Anderson up off the boards. Anderson flips it to himself. Gain in the zone. Summit in behind their own net. Anderson goes down hard. He's okay. Did he break his blade or pop his blade out or something? Oh, he's messing with it, but he's got something going on with his skate here. Face-off's going to come outside as that was whistled down as Anderson went crashing into the net. He's going back to the face-off dot out there with Ethan on this penalty kill. Milky and Owen. Milky does a good job, just turn around, backhanded that one in. Still second period action. This gets held up there by Ethan. Ethan walks in, dangles around one, looking to get a shot up, puts it towards the front. Anderson chasing it into the corner. Short-handed, tries to turn it back in towards the front of the net. Picked up by Summit as they're coming out of their own end. Walking up through center ice. 3-on-2 coming in on the power play. Good job there. Squishing the players in and ringing around the boards. Keeps that one in. Backhanded over. Picked up by Ethan. Ethan goes around. Ethan's got one-on-one opportunity here. Short-handed. Comes in. Takes a shot. Oh, goalie saw it last second. Closes the glove on that one. Great short-handed opportunity there by Ethan as he turns on the Jets and rips one. Unfortunately caught by the goalie, and they keep it a 1-0 game. 3:28 left to go in the second period. team is playing with a short bench. They only got 10 players down there, 10 players and 2 goalies. Could be a long weekend for them. All the way down, turn back around, Milo. Off the boards, it's Evan. Evan trying to find Calder. Picked up by Summit, who shoots that one wide off the backboards. Summit on the far side, back in behind the net. Into the corner, Jackson's chasing it down, Summit back out to the point. They get that shot off, deflected and goes wide. Jackson on the far side. Why do we have still 4 players out there? Here we go. Jackson, oh, they got it. No, they got it now. Everything's sorted out. Alex with some dipsy in his doodle there at center ice. Gets the puck back coming in across the blue line. Still keeping it on his blade, trying to walk through one last player. Couldn't get it through the skates. Evan trying to get onto top of that one, but Mountain's coming back the other way. Jack steps into the player. They go 2-on-1 in front, looking to get a shot off. Milo ties his player up and then comes out with a puck behind Wynn. Milo hard off the boards, up to Nick, bumps against the defender, tries to get this one out, turn around, Wynn kicks that one into the corner. Jack's with it up, good. Goes right through all those players at the blue line. They hold it in. Step into it, now gets reversed over the other side for Milo. Milo with his attempt, he's got Nick up the boards. Nick tips this one out. Now trying to find Alex. Alex can't get through the 2 players. Summit comes out with the puck, but Nick keeps it in at the blue line until just at that point when they come out across. Jackson goes down center ice. They're coming back in 2-on-1. With the shot, the blocker. Back out to the point. Arvada's got a player down here that looks like Jackson. He lost his stick as he came across. I don't know if he caught the butt end of his stick somewhere or... I don't think it was body contact. I just saw his stick go flying.
Is 18 still in the box?
No. Oh, we got somebody going in the box now. Who's that?
That's our penalty box.
Yeah, is that Bo? I'm just making an educated guess. And I see a 2. Jackson's up, he's okay. He's keeled over a little bit, grabbing his shoulder. He might have came when he spun around there when he fell, so he might have landed hard on that shoulder. But yeah, Bo is in the box. His 3rd penalty of the game.
Yeah, he's got to reel that in.
But we've got 5 players out. Are we serving a 10?
I guess.
I'm really confused here. We must have a 10-minute. We must have a 2 and 10 for some reason because Bo's still in the box, but we're playing 5-on-5 hockey. That's offside, and he brought it back in. Oh, Kai steals that puck. Rebound, oh, and Colin misses on it. Penalty coming against Summit here. As Colin gets hauled down and Summit's gonna get an interference call. Oh, they were dangling at the blue line. Kai with the steal, rings one off the post. Colin with the rebound and just puts it off the goalie's glove. They couple of good looks there. Arvada power play here with 1:08 left to go in the second period. Cohen, Kai, and Colin are out there with Milky and Owen. Summit sorting their players out. Jumping off. Win it back out to the point to Owen. Owen tips that one into the corners, Kai. Kai comes out of the corner with it, walking out, kicks it up towards the front of the net, can't get the rebound back. Cohen's at the blue line, that one gets tipped out, but Owen can't put anything on it. Now they're racing back. Milky gets back on top of that one. It gets in front of Wynn, gets on it under his glove, and he hangs on to it. Racing back for the play on that one was Milky, breaking it up. Arvada still has the rest of this period on the power play. Cohen staying out there. Wins that one over to Kai. Kai loses it. Back over to Cohen. Cohen off the boards. Can't tip that one out. He gets pinned up against it. Over to Milky. Milky up to Kai. Kai's got Colin. Kai flips it up to Colin. That bouncing puck goes over, but Colin's the first one to it as he's coming in on his backhand. Power towards the front of the net. Cohen tied up and couldn't get the shot off. Going into the corner. Kai turns, breaks that one up. It's back over to Summit waiting for it. Kai's going down on the play underneath. The puck is underneath him. Trying to get that back over to Milky, who's in there. Cohen comes out with a backhand. Cohen in the circle with 10 seconds left to go. Cohen walks in, takes the shot. That was it. Oh, how was that not in? Through the goalie and off the post. Back towards the front. Owen has one more chance. That's going to be offside anyways. 3 unbelievable opportunities there towards the last minute of play in the period for Arvada. Unable to capitalize on them. They got to continue to fight to get the pucks towards the net as they're finding those holes in the goalie now. Coach Lexi running the intermission chat there on the bench. Be looking forward to having her back next week in Michigan. She's on her last week of healing up there on the IR. She's been at every game, though, supporting this team, being on the bench. It's always good to see. Like I told her, she hasn't made a mistake in like 2 weeks. It's been unbelievable. Her play is just through the roof. But hopefully she is great next weekend and able to get back on the ice with us. As we said, we're taking off north. We got the OTT jet picking us up at Broomfield Airport.
Threw up the
we're flying up. If I keep telling them we're flying in a private jet, they're not going to donate to nothing.
SOL.
I mean, how are we supposed to keep that hot tub hot in the back of the bus? No Wi-Fi?
Yeah, we just dropped. Hold on, I'm trying to get it back.
I always had Wi-Fi up here before, though. We're gonna have to move for the next game for sure. Our apologies across the board. Hopefully there's something. Anita's tuning in now too. Not sure if you're getting service. Can't see who's been texting on the. Anita's here? Oh, yeah. I thought she was. I didn't see her here. She's in Kansas. Kansas, yeah. All right, starting this third period on the power play for the first 23 seconds is Arvada. They're clinging on to a 1-0 lead. We are in the first game of the Lafayette tournament here. We've got another one at 6 o'clock tonight, another one at 2-ish tomorrow, and then one on Monday, depending on how we do in those first 3. OTT Sports Network and Harry Haviland bringing it to you live from the Crow's Nest at the Y in Lafayette. Evan wins that one cleanly, back over to Milo. Milo tips it up over to Ethan, gets it banged away from him. Jack steps up into that one, getting it back over to Anderson. Anderson puts it up in front of himself, now he can walk. Goes across over to Ethan, but it just gains the zone. Ethan with the power move towards the front of the net. Over to Anderson. Anderson can't get the shot off. Goalie hangs on to it. And a face-off is here. Still 3 seconds left to go. Player will be stepping out of the box. I'm going to watch that back. I know Jackson knows that, as you can see where he's lining himself up on the blue line. Good view by him. Good hockey smarts there. Anderson keeps it in over to Ethan on the far side. Ethan backhands it out to the point. Milo picks it up on the backhand. Just punches that one back over into Ethan. Ethan trying to backhand it towards the front of the net. Forehands it in there. Couldn't get it to Anderson as it picked up. Jack's holding the point. Backhand over to Summit. Summit runs into Ethan there. Players go down. They're coming in the other way, one-on-one. Walking in, looking to take the shot off. Evan with the monster back check, breaking that up before they can get a shot. Good hustle by Evan on that play. Wynn hangs on to it, and we've got a face-off deep in Arvada territory. Gonna have Alex, Nick, and Calder out there with Owen and Milky. Face-off won by Alex, but it gets back out to the point. They take a clapper from the blue line, putting that back into the corner. Nick tips that one up, but not all the way out. Stayed in there by Summit, and Wynn uses his stick to deflect that one into the corner. Back over to Nick. Picked up by Alex. Alex is racing across, has Calder on the far side. Calder's coming in. Back checker picks that up out of his skates and now comes back into the Arvada end. Milky gets a blade on it, spins it back around, breaks that play up, back over to Calder. Calder comes out, racing for it is Alex. Stepped into, picked up by Calder. Calder coming around, he's got Nick in front. Tries to get it over to Alex. Alex with the tip, back out to the point. Milky has a rolling puck, can't settle it down, trying to get the shot off. By the time he did that, it gets back out, but then he has it one more time. Milky trying to get this one and get a stick on him from behind and turn it back the other way. Summit across the blue line. Arvada stops that one and backhands it up high, looking for Nick. Nick has somebody on the far side as Alex is racing in. Nick over to Alex. The puck's bouncing over his stick right in the crease. Alex spins to Nick, and Nick goes down trying to get that shot off. Cohen's back out here. As the line starts to make changes, Cohen fighting for it at the circle, centering pass. Back over to the tape of Nick. Nick in front, takes a shot, it's blocked. Cohen on the back end. Cohen turns toward the top of the circle, now over to the far side to Alex. Alex dumps that one in. He goes to the bench for a change. Player goes down, Nick stays on the ice. Nick comes in, takes the shot. Gloved save by the Summit goaltender, keeping it 1-0 with 11:30 left to go for third period and the game here. OTT Sports Network, Lafayette, Colorado. And hopefully Wi-Fi. Cohen, clean win all the way back out to the point to Milo. Milo over to Owen. Owen towards the front. Kai turns, puts that towards the net. Picked up by Summit as they're coming back across center ice. Cohen comes back, gets a stick on that. It's going to put Summit offside and a face-off just outside the Arvada zone, right in front of their bench. Cohen, Kai, and Colin staying out there with Milo and Jax. Cohen wins that one. Over to Kai. Kai pushing it towards Cohen. Goes back into the Arvada zone. Bouncing puck in the crease, in the slot, back over. Still loose. Fighting for it and then going into the corner of Summit. Summit spinning around. Back out to the point. They go across. Jackson trying to break that up as 55 spins out of the way. Walks in, takes a shot. Deflection. Just misses. Back over to Kai. Kai and Colin. Colin takes it off the far side. Colin walks in. Colin's going to draw a penalty there. Arvada's going to have a power play opportunity with 10:41 left to go, third period. And now we've got some kind of music going. All right. Can't hear it. We're standing right behind the speaker, so it sounds pretty muffled. Arvada power play opportunity. Brought to you by Suntown Sparkling, Colorado's finest CBD-infused water, 10 milligrams per can for an all-day happy hour. Hammered in by Jackson over to the far boards on the power play. Ethan stepping in, kicks that one up. Tries to fire that one in tight. Anderson gets hammered into the boards into the net as he's fighting in front. Back over to Ethan. Ethan tips it in front, smothered by the Summit goalie, as he wasn't going to let him get another swing at that one in his crease. 1:08 left to go in the power play. 10:18 left to go in the game. Owen stepping out here with Milky as they change up the defense just a little bit. Evan winning that one over to Anderson. Anderson couldn't get it. Now Summit skating back through center ice. Milky breaks that play up at his own blue line. Over to Owen. Owen at the top of the circle. Owen backhands that one up, trying to find Anderson. No icing on that play as Ethan races into the corner for it. Ethan goes in hard against the Summit player. Summit player comes out with it. Across the red line. Back over to Anderson. Anderson in front. Anderson looking for the shot off the shoulder and up into the glass behind the net. Summit coming out of their own end. They're not out yet as they're being pressured here by Anderson. They tip that one out just over top of Evan. And Milky's back in his zone to collect. Skating behind his end, over to Ethan on the far boards. Red all the way there by the pinching defender who gets inside on that puck, keeping it in. Milky comes around with it. Flipping that one up to center ice. On the power play, not managing to generate much as Arvada's sitting back on their toes. And Anderson finally picks that one up, coming in across. Tries to dangle. Back over to Evan. Evan into the skates of Anderson. Anderson goes around one. In front for Ethan. Ethan on the backhand. Puck is loose. Anderson digging for it. Little chippiness continuing out there as these two teams are battling in a hard-fought game. Arvada clinging to that 1-goal lead, 1-0 with 9:08 left to go in the third. Alex with the face-off win, controlled by Summit. Back out to Jax, tipped in front, loose puck. Stopped there by the defenders. Summit coming out of their own zone with some speed, coming across the red line. Jax takes them wide into the corner. They come in, burying towards the front of the net, looking for that one-timer. Don't get it, and Arvada comes out of their own zone the other side. Alex skating up the far boards, dumps it in, or Nick, sorry. Alex was right here in front of me. Turned back around, and now Summit coming in, 2-on-1. Walks in, takes a shot, fires that one high off the glass. Banging it all the way back out to center ice. Getting in front of that one, Nick just about had an opportunity as he got tripped up of his own heel. Calder gets a stick on it, Cohen back up, offside. As Cohen was trying to tip that one back in, the rest of his line's gonna join him here, and we'll have an offside face-off just outside Lafayette zone. Lafayette zone, Summit zone. We're in Lafayette. I can't even blame it on being early. It's after 10 o'clock in the morning now. Gotta get my stuff together. Cohen, clean face-off win over to Milo. Milo up to Kai. Kai couldn't reach in front of that one. And Summit's coming back the other way. Walking in. Jax, great work there. Wide open in front. Puck is loose. Another shot blocked. Jackson gets it up, puts it behind Cohen. Cohen trying to tip that one up. Cohen's gonna go off the boards up to Kai. That's a little bit ahead of him. It's not icing as Kai races into the corner. Kai kicks it over to Summit, back over to Colin and trails in. Colin towards the front of the net, nobody home, or Cohen towards the front of the net, nobody home. 55 walks out, dumping that one in, going around, picking it up on the wide side. Jax comes over, breaks that up. Jax has it right in front of him. He finally finds a handle on it. Tips that one up high. It's deflected, so there's no icing. Go get it. Kai chasing this one down, helped out by Cohen. Kai gets his stick knocked out of his hands. So he goes down hard, banging his chin off the ice apparently. The ref talking to number 55 down there like it's his cousin or something. They have a penalty, okay. Arvada's going back on the power play. This is what we need here, need a little bit of insurance. 1 goal is always making for some nervous hockey as the period winds down. There is a penalty, I'm guessing it was right there in front of us. I didn't see the ref pick his hand up. Power play opportunity here for Arvada with 7:16 left to go in the game. Up by 1, Evan bites his way into the zone. Backhand up over Anderson, pinching in his bow. Bow tips that one over to Anderson. Anderson out to the slot. The shot by Evan. Tipped in front and hung on to by the goalie. Good work getting those pucks in towards the net. That's, where they're going to be bouncing around, and that's what we always say. Get it to the net, crash it, get the grimy, greasy ones. It don't matter. They all count. Back over to Evan. Evan skating across. Evan goes across to Owen. High slot, takes the shot. Blocked and kicked. Ethan. Ethan with the rebound. Another shot. Another rebound loose. Evan chases it behind the net. Trying to get in front of his player. Anderson's got to be careful of the slash right there. Over to Ethan. Ethan dangling and back. Over to Anderson in front. Anderson gets run over. Evan with it on his blade. Back out and pushed out by Summit as they come the other way with some fire coming in. 1-on-2, goes around into the corner, chases the puck right towards the front. Wynn sees it and hangs on to it. Quit the pushing. We don't need any penalties right now. That's going to be Alex, Calder, and Nick stepping out. Milky and Bo on the point. 6:23 left to go. Arvada still with a 33-second power play opportunity. Can't get around there was Calder. Back over to Milky. Milky flips that right over the blue line to Nick. Nick up and couldn't reach for it as Alex goes down. Nick breaks that play up as Summit's trying to get it out of their own zone. He's held up, and now coming back into Arvada's end is Jackson being chased down hard, gets that puck first. Gets tied up, still comes out of the corner with the puck. Trying to pass that one up. Summit got a stick on it, then whiffs on the shot. Turned back around by Alex. Alex coming out all in his zone. Dangling around at the blue line. Can't get through the players. Jackson steps in to help him out, and Nick chases it in behind the net. Rips that one all the way around, picked up by Summit. Clears the zone. Jack's backhand that back in. I would have said that was offside, but I guess I had a bad angle on the blue line. Milky coming across the ice, coming across the blue line, working his way up along the boards, coming with some speed. Gonna try a power move, cut towards the net. Walks all the way behind the net. Stops, checks up towards the front, bounces over Calder's stick as it was deflected in front. The other way coming back 3-on-2 as Milky's hustling to get back on D. Alex is helping him out on that. Alex pushing that player into the corner as everybody comes back into their positions, and Calder has the puck. Calder drops it over for Milky. Milky loses it in front. They come, take the shot, and another one high off the glass. Alex gets a hit down. Jack's behind the net, or Nick behind the net. Got to get this puck out. Summit's just circling. Bounce that one up. That's interference. Thank you very much. There's a pretty blatant interference call on that one. Can't miss that. And Arvada is back on the power play with 4:39 left to go. Cohen, Colin, Kai stepping out with Bo and Milo. Seeing what they can do to build on this lead with the man advantage. Cohen wins that back over to Colin. Out to Milo at the point. Milo flips it off the boards to Colin. Colin back over to Cohen. They fight for it. Cohen goes down. Kai behind the net. Breaks that play up. Kai walks out of the behind the net with it. Kai still stick handling it behind. Towards the front to Cohen. Gets the shot off. Colin gets a big stick on it. Breaking that play up. Summit's trying to clear the zone right down in front of us. They go down. Kai towards the front of the net. Goalie hangs on to it. As they're buzzing in front, looking for that second goal of the game. Shots going off everywhere. Collins gets some instruction from the bench there. Coach Jake's yelling down to him. Same line staying out here now. Cohen winning that one back over to Colin. Couldn't get the muscle on the shot. Picked up by Summit. They don't clear the zone. Colin holds it in, fires it back in behind the net. Coming over, chasing it into this corner is Kai. Play's broken up, back over to the front. Colin with the shot. They got some interference on that one. Back over towards the front. Cohen in front. Over to Kai. Kai with the second shot attempt. Couldn't break that one up, and they're coming back the other way. 3-on-2, 2-on-2. Turns and breaks that play up. Cohen and elbowing for Summit. They weren't happy when elbowing on Cohen? No, Summit. Yeah, Summit. Arvada with the 5-on-3 man advantage right now for the next 29 seconds. They put that 5-on-3 unit out. It's Evan, Anderson, and Ethan alongside Milky and Owen manning the point. Summit losing their cool a little bit here towards the end of the game. Evan at the face-off dot. Looking to get set up in the offensive zone with 3:37 left to go. Anderson back out to the points. Owen shot in. Puck is still loose. And Evan just got absolutely pummeled from behind. He got taken out from behind. He went down hard. He was grabbing his head. Coach Jake's making his way out onto the ice to check on Evan here. Cross-checked in the face. I thought it was from behind, but I saw it was up high. Right in the face, cross-check. Wow. Getting a little bit of a word here. Evan's up and okay. Talking to some other people up here in the press box that saw the play that I missed. It was a cross-check to the face in front of the net. The refs didn't see it, obviously, as we're going to continue here. Alex is coming out here. Not the full line. Arvada's a little bit confused. Arvada has no idea. They don't understand that one player can change without the whole line changing. So Calder, Nick, and Alex. Ethan skating back off. Why did that one come out of the... Why was that face-off? It should have been face-off inside the zone, as it was the goalie just hanging onto the puck. That's why they whistled it down. Or maybe it was the injury, I guess, if they got to blow the whistle for a player. Still 5-on-3. Nick misses that pass looking for Calder. Turn back around. Arvada bunched up. Now 5-on-4 as one player steps out. Arvada's got to chase this puck down. Go get it! On the power play for another 54 seconds. Nick tips that one in. Over to Calder. Calder looking away, making his way in towards the front. Can't find Alex. Alex on the far boards, circling in. Picked off and held in at the point by Owen. Owen claps that one towards the front of the net. It goes wide. Whoa. Nick steps in front of that one. Coming in, taking the shots. Calder, puck is loose, still loose. Bouncing over. Milky's going to back up on this one. Milky, great job there. As the coaches are barking at number 55 to do it all on his own, and I love it when they stop that play. Coming in the other way is Calder. They break that play up, and now coming across is 55 the other way. Stepping in front of that one is Nick, and that's going to be a penalty. 55's going off for a blatant trip on that one. The Arvada parents are just loving it over there. They're seeing what's going on. It's 5-on-3 now for 5 seconds before one player steps out of the box. And Arvada will see 1:30 of 5-on-4, or 1:25 of 5-on-4. Right down below us in the Summit Zone, Arvada leading 1-0, 2:11 left to go here, third period action, OTT Sports Network, Lafayette, Colorado. Cohen wins this one forward, getting set up 5-on-3 towards the high slot. Kai misses on the shot, gets another shot. Collins down, Kai another shot, attempt. Oh, Cohen turns it back around towards the front, trying to bank it off the goalie. Cohen come on. Just comes over and runs over Cohen on that. And then they turn it coming around the other way. Coming in with some speed, shorthanded, backhand, goal. Short-handed goal. I want to know why those aren't penalties behind the net when Cohen has the puck and just gets absolutely run over. You got to come get one back. They still have 5-on-4 for the next 1:04. 1:45 left to go here in the third period. All tied up at ones. Arvada and Summit. Colin coming in over the blue line on the far side, walks in, shot towards the front, kick to the side by the goalie. Cohen down below us, trying to pick this up. Kai at the high slot, Kai has Cohen, Kai over to Colin. Colin misses on the shot, he had a wide open look at it. Just couldn't get it up, now he's got to get up on the far side. Coming the other way is Summit, walking in, goes around into the zone, tipped over to the side by Wynn, up to Kai. Kai's got Colin way up there looking for him. Finds Colin on the far side. Colin comes in over to Cohen. Trailer is Jax, back out to the high slot is Kai. Kai walks in around on the backhand, gets that one slapped away. Towards the front to Cohen. Cohen couldn't get the wood on it. 19 seconds left in the power play. Colin towards the front of the net, that one's off a skate. Last minute of play in the period. Kai behind the net, loses that, bounces over Colin's stick. Bo's gonna step into this one. Back over to Cohen in front. Kai gets taken down in front. Come on. What, like, we just run people over and it's all right, ref? Coming back the other way. Stepping in, looking to get a shot up, back out to the high circle. They back up with a clapper. Jack blocks that one. 32 seconds left to go. All the way around the far side, Summit pressuring in the Arvada zone. Turned around and picked up by Colin. Colin's coming out, he's got Cohen up with him. Offside is Cohen's. And then Cohen gets a knee stuck out in front of him, in front of the net right there. This team can go back to the mountains and stay there as far as I'm concerned. I appreciate good hard hockey, but not dirty hockey. Cross checks to the face and knees after the whistle don't sit well in my books. It still is 1-1. Turned back around by Ethan coming in. They got 17 seconds to try and put a puck towards this Summit goaltender as Ethan chases him behind the net. Stepping in, breaking that play up, doing a good job is Evan. Back out to Anderson at center. Anderson still dangling. 3, 2, 1. Buzzer's gonna sound. We're gonna finish this one in a 1-1 tie. All that math will work out over the next couple of days to see what time we play on Monday. We are back here tonight facing off against Rampage at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. The OTT Sports Network will be here. We're going to try to find better Wi-Fi for you, and we hope that you're able to join us on your Saturday night. Until then, on behalf of everybody at the OTT Sports Network, I'm Harry Haviland signing out.